seeing that there are several attacks that have been taking place on space agencies such as ISRO and other organizations. So at present, are these organizations equipped to face these attacks, and what are they doing currently to prevent them from such potential threats?
So, our space agencies, being the premier national institutes, bringing laurels and pride to the country, to the other countries or the states which are not very geopolitically oriented towards the welfare of us, it gives them a target. So ISRO and some other premier institutes have become the target of this kind of attacks. Now these organizations are privy to that, they are conscious about this, and their effective measures have been taken. There are dedicated teams which protect their online infrastructure, and as such the conscious effort of only putting some kind of informative or some kind of a human resource kind of information only available onto these say internet facing devices or services. All critical infrastructure, there's a conscious effort to keep them isolated from the internet, so that inherently you protect them. So these are the two basic strategies with which these organizations are protecting themselves.
When it comes to the other sectors, sir, and in terms of cybersecurity, where are we in terms of adapting to the upcoming technologies, especially in the vulnerable sectors like the healthcare, also the defense? What is your take on that?
As far as the other vulnerable sectors, there is an issue. Last year we had an attack on All India Institute of Medical Sciences. That was an eye-opener call for most of us. That again, one of the institute which has got of a national repute, and it's a organization which is doing a public service. You can't isolate it too much, and that particular organization was attacked. With that thing coming in, now a lot of efforts are going in to protect these. Otherwise, the emphasis was that protect your critical information infrastructure. There are few things like power, railways, and few things were classified within that. Only those were being protected. Now you have to realize there is a second envelope which has to be created, and where the organizations which are dealing with the healthcare or banking services, even if they're not be government, sometimes even they're not be government. Even today, so if a Manipal hospital, if that gets attacked, it's running in all over countryside, it will also create a buzz. So a second envelope has to be created where we have to identify organizations which has got of national importance, may not be part of government, but they have a stake in the country's well-being. So those have to be protected. However, the protection of those, as far as the government is concerned, can only be regulatory and advisory. These organizations have to undertake efforts to follow the GRC principles, government regulation and compliance, and protect themselves. That is the approach which is happening.
And what about the defense sector?
Okay, different sectors, we have very, very strong setup, cyber security setup. We are into this field for ages. It's not new for us. We are fully understand how to do it, and we protect ourselves very well. We don't have any major issues as of now with that. But yes, we make conscious effort to remain updated and remain ahead of the curve. So a lot of R&D efforts and technology acquisition, understanding of technology, it is being done. Okay.
So when it comes to the upcoming trends for 2024, what is it that we need to watch out for? Any hacker groups that we need to be careful of? What is your opinion on the coming?
I will say not the hacker group as such, but I will definitely say the trend is towards the utilization of artificial intelligence and the machine learning, both from the offensive and defensive perspective. Defensive perspective, it's a much more difficult, and that is where the dedicated effort is required to be placed. That is where we are. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. You've been very kind. Thank you so much.